point of music is basically teaching. It's a good mechanism, I won't say teaching. It's a good mechanism to bring people closer together. So you say مطلوب للعدالة.
مطلوب للعدالة.
Perfect. مطلوب للعدالة. Then it goes يا تارك القمامة.
يا تارك القمامة.
So مطلوب للعدالة.
يا تارك القمامة.
مطلوب للعدالة. الأرض علينا أمانة.
Hey guys, welcome to the TAS Morning Show. Today we're here with someone who is super enterprising. I just had a chat with him before this interview, and let me tell you, this person is a vibe. Now you may know him as someone who is, the handstand guy or the ukulele guy or just, a cool environmentalist. Honestly, the list is endless. So please welcome Fahad Al Abri.
Hey.
Fahad, thank you. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Now, Fahad, before I even contacted you, I went through your IG accounts, your posts, your videos, and I've seen you have a lot going on. You have your ukulele going on for you. You're also a fitness instructor, so I've seen a couple of videos on that. But what really stood out to me was your contribution towards the environment.
Right.
So, because I personally feel like this is something that I love, sustainability and all of that. So my question is, I'm guessing you weren't always like this. So what was your tipping point?
The tipping point was basically as a personal trainer who is trying to discover their path, on someone who loves sports in general. I tend to like the outdoors more. This is something I realized after working in indoors and gyms. And then as I go to the outdoors and encourage people more to be on the outdoors to get their vitamin D doses and to get the fresh air circulations, I realized the environment plays a big element in everyone's health.
Yeah.
So that was the first eye-opener to it.
Okay. And now, I've seen you've done a lot of beach cleanups and, you have your videos on why plastic is harmful and your contribution is quite major, and it's commendable. So when did you start with your beach cleanups and?
Right, the beach cleanups, the way how it started and how it started, this is like 3 years ago.
Okay.
2018. Time flies after
it does.
So it started by joining like-minded people who love beach cleanups, and I wrote a little jingle about it called مطلوب العدالة in Arabic, and I started to play it on these beach cleanups, and then
that's lovely. Did you think Oman needed beach cleanups? Is it something that you saw somewhere else?
I think the environment needed an attention, I would say that.
Okay.
And I don't think that the environment got a fair attention.
Okay.
And sometimes getting along with the classic ways of expressing how much attention this thing needs was not enough. So we needed to bring something positive rather than something negative, because there was lots of negative ways to bring the attention to the environment. And we wanted something more positive, because positive things will invite people in and will help people to be more positive, reactive to it.
Yeah.
And this is what we're actually looking for. And creativity was a big tool in that. And when I made this little jingle, I made it, to be honest, for the kids.
Okay. So you have kids as well?
No, I don't have kids.
No, at the beach cleanup?
Beach cleanup, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So kids came and everyone started to sing it, and adults liked it, and I was like, wow, this is exactly what we should build our
And like I said, music is a language that everyone understands.
Absolutely.
It's good to, getting a message there.
Yeah, and there's nothing really more beautiful than getting a message in a melody.
Yeah,
everyone can sing it. It creates this harmony, and everyone comes in it in one sequence for one cause, and I think this is what we need.
That's lovely. Yeah. Now, I've gone for a couple of beach cleanups. I'm sad to say that it's been a while since I've gone for a beach cleanup, but I think now that the weather is getting better as well, I think I'll join you guys.
Oh yeah, you should.
Definitely. Definitely. But say for, what advice would you have for people like me? We're sitting at home. I'm sure there's other ways, like, it starts at home. So what advice do you have, big or small? What changes do we have to make? Because making a change is quite, I guess, could be daunting. Even for someone who wants to make a change, they don't know where to start.
Right.
So where would you say I should start?
I always say, if you want to start to change in anything, change starts from the table.
Okay.
Table of your dining table, your school table, your office table, table is where actually the change starts from.
Okay.
You can look at what you have on the table. We have connected many things that can harm the environment, from our just the dining table or a food table or a kitchen table or even educational tables. There are some things and some elements like cups, plastic bottles. This is where the change starts, from any table that we really have placed our mindset. And the reason I emphasize why tables, because tables are where we put our important things in, and we fix our mindset into, whether a mindset to eat.
It's in very simple terms, and it's that easy.
And that's how it goes. You sit down in your office, look at your office. Because the moment you change that, it's going to influence the rest of the day, of how you consume your day.
Yeah.
And we consume our things and our time and our food and our hours on the table.
Couldn't agree more, yes.
And that's where we have to start the change from. So if you're on the table, look if there's anything environmentally friendly or not. If you're on the table and you're on your laptop and you're on social media, you can share our beach cleanups, for example. If you can't attend it, you supported the cause. Never underestimate the power of social media. This is something I have learned. Many people, we have met amazing people, and amazing people also we met online, who they couldn't come to our beach cleanups, but they showed us a great support from distance, and seeing the change comes in a collective manner. It's so beautiful. Yeah. It's so beautiful, and it's all start with an idea from the table.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. Now, okay, do you think it's, I try and make a change, and I'm sure people do, but do you think out of lack of options is why people are not following? Because, when I go to a store, it's a lot cheaper, more convenient. It's right there to get like a plastic bottle rather than get, I don't know, a flask or, just generally, there are other things. I feel like there's more options when it comes to, just harmful.
Right. So if you want to, let's just say those are challenges, and if you want to make change easier, you will always have to look at motivation. Motivation plays a big role in that. Options, as you said. And then I would say the social licensing. And that's basically how the society accepts some manners to happen normally okay, and what's not okay to society.
Yeah, yeah.
These are the key three things if you want to change anything in society in a positive manner. So we had a lake of motivation, and basically what we did in our beach cleanups were heavily based on motivation.
Yeah,
and this is where music comes, uplifting the spirit of having more aware of the environment and to care about the environment. Then that creates a need. The need will help the market to create an option.
Yeah. So do you think it's made a difference? Like, for example,
we have seen new entrepreneurs coming up. We have seen more entrepreneurs into environmental awareness, environmental solutions coming up, and we are in communication together to see how we can bring things up together. We did lately a market that was last year, to be honest. Was it last year? Earlier this year, I would say.
Okay.
A small market at Muscat Hills, if I remember. We brought everyone who cares about the environment, artists.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and it was so good to see that, but it needs a motivation. And this will be like, and sometimes best ways to motivate people, yes, I would say music.
Definitely.
Fun things, yeah.
Now say, everything works out. Say people take your advice and we make small switches which turn to big switches, and we make an impact and we're more into the cause, we're taking part. What would you expect, like what would your vision of Oman be in, say, I don't know, 30 years? What changes, big or small, would you expect to see 30 years from now?
Right, I would say 30 years is a very long time.
It is.
Right? And I will be happy to live healthy at that time.
I'm sure you will.
In a positive manner. But just, I can say there are some changes need to be urgent, and some changes of ideas. Maybe some of the ideas we thought they were wrong, and they are actually right. Maybe better solutions coming along. But if you want my opinion, I think the society have responded very well in the last few years for a positive change. And I'm denying that there is much work to be done. But based on this positive change and the reaction of the way how we saw it, I think we will live in a better standard, and kids and new generations coming from the schools are becoming more aware of that.
I've noticed, yes.
Now, even by visiting some schools, as I did in some just recently last week, I start to see kids are more asking me if I'm on YouTube. I didn't even open a YouTube channel about that, but that was one motivation for me.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
And you can see lots of content about environmental awareness starts to come up. YouTube and other Instagram and other social media platforms becomes a reference at some point to how environmentally friendly you are, and who's following this? The youngsters.
Yeah.
And that's what we didn't have in our generation.
We didn't.
Wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a fair value to the environment. So our reference to this information and this change and this motivation is changing in a very fast time. And this is why I said 30 years is too long, because the AI, the artificial intelligence, the media is developing very fast. More creative tools you have to be putting in.
Yeah.
Yesterday's camera is not like today's camera. You can see the iPhones now and the Samsungs are really competing with the Canon cameras at some point. Yeah. So technology is advancing, and I would say 30 years will be too long. I would expect more in the 10 years to see a very fully aware person.
And you think Oman is...
Absolutely, Oman can be the leading of that. We're in a very good position.
I agree.
Yeah,
even the government is very supportive of green energy and...
Yeah, and you can see now lately we have been also the news about the green hydrogen agreements.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are really moving forward in a very good space.
Cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Yes.
Now, before we end this interview, can you play us one of your jingles?
All right. You should sing with us.
If I know the words.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll sing it. It's an Arabic jingle.
Oh, go for it.
Right? It goes like this. مطلوب للعدالة يا تارك القمامة مطلوب للعدالة الأرض علينا أمانة. Okay, so this is how the jingle is. I'll teach you this jingle.
Okay.
You can cut it later. You can take it out, but it will be a very good jingle to learn as an Arabic content.
All right, I'll do it.
The whole point of music is basically teaching. It's a good mechanism. I won't say teaching. It's a good mechanism to bring people closer together. And it's in Arabic. Have you learned any Arabic before? No. Well, that's the opportunity. You're learning the first Arabic sentence, and it's environmental.
I love it.
Okay. So you say مطلوب للعدالة.
مطلوب للعدالة.
Perfect. مطلوب للعدالة. Then goes يا تارك القمامة.
يا تارك القمامة.
So مطلوب للعدالة.
مطلوب للعدالة يا تارك
القمامة. Then مطلوب للعدالة.
مطلوب للعدالة.
الأرض علينا أمانة. Okay, we'll go now.
Oh, that's hard.
Only that.
That is hard.
Only this.
مطلوب للعدالة.
Right. مطلوب للعدالة يا تارك القمامة مطلوب للعدالة الأرض علينا أمانة. One more time.
مطلوب للعدالة.
مطلوب للعدالة
يا تارك القمامة.
مطلوب للعدالة الأرض علينا أمانة.
That's the end of the interview. I wish you could stay longer. I want to have you here again. It has been a pleasure. It has been real. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you for watching the TAS Morning Show. Follow the Arabian Stories for the latest updates.